It's me, Jonathan. This is Zach, and we're with the shit.
What's up, cocksuckers? How are you today? How's your dates? How's your pussies? Pull them out because we're ready. We're back. Episode 2. How's it going, Jonathan?
It's going alright, you know. Just having some shitty days at work. You know, the life.
Yeah, it's a fucking hellhole, a shithole. You know, it's like Uganda, but Cinemark edition.
Do you know what isn't a shithole? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You're not wrong. You know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is what you get when, you know, your studio, your company, whoever you're fucking working for is like, I'm gonna let you do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to, you know, finger your asshole as you're doing it. We want you to make your fucking show the way you want it. And it's for kids too. It's geared towards kids, and it has the best writing, some of the best writing I've ever seen in a TV show.
Yeah. They made art, and it's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous. So, when were you first exposed to Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Oh shit. This was I think 6 years ago. It was like, I'm a stupid kid. I like watching anime. And
Every kid's stupid. Every kid's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Every single one.
And then,
shitty person.
I hear about Avatar. I was like, I guess I should watch Avatar. Fucking life-changing.
Well, you were the one who told me to watch Avatar.
Yes. Because you were asking me about it. You're like, is Avatar good? Should I watch it? I was like,
yes.
It's
you
one of my
should
favorite
totally watch it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I put it off for months, but I finally watched it. I gotta say, it is amazing.
Yes.
It deserves all the praise it gets. The animation holds up to this day. The characters are so good. Every single one. Even the villains.
Yeah.
All the heroes are good. So, you know, this is just us talking about Avatar, right?
Yeah. It's something a little halfway through, but
something else that, you know, we're going to talk about later. But, so, you know, I finished the show a few weeks ago.
I feel like it's been a month.
Yeah, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks ago. I gotta say, you know, there's a point in the show when the shit gets extremely, like, it just goes up a level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, started out good, and then it hits greatness. It just reaches it, and it just never slows down after that point. And
yeah.
That is the episode called The Storm in season 1.
Dude, that episode's great.
In season 1, you know, that's when Aang relives the events after finding out that he is the Avatar 100 years ago and tells them to Katara, while Iroh tells the story of Zuko's star and his banishment to the crew. This made me realize that Iroh and Zuko are more than just villains.
Yeah.
These two motherfuckers are like
real human beings.
Real human beings, but it's like tragic what happened to them.
Yeah.
It's seriously, like, especially Zuko. It's just tragic.
Iroh and Zuko are great. Iroh is my favorite character.
Zuko's my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good shit, dude.
Dude, good shit.
Also, I want to talk about something. The fucking humor in the show is great.
Yeah.
I love the humor. It's great throughout the show. The best line, one of my favorite lines is in the episode when the Fisher blah 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 and Aang's like, oh, I don't eat meat, and he's like, fish ain't meat. I just love that line. It's hilarious.
It's good. It's really good. So season 1, you know, we're introduced to Aang. You know, he's in the ice. Sokka and Katara find him. You know, he realizes he's the Avatar. Zuko and Iroh are after the Avatar. Zuko was banished in order to get back into the Fire Nation. He must find the Avatar and make his father proud of him. And, you know, that's pretty much season 1, right? Am I missing something else?
There's a lot of other shit that happens, but we don't have. Yeah. We're not going to go through every single episode and talk about each in detail.
True. So, you know, I want to talk about Aang real quick. So, when we first find him in the ice, you know, he's the Avatar, and he's a fucking child.
Yeah.
He's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know, he has all this responsibilities thrown on top of him right out the gate, and he's 10 years old. And he's only mastered one element.
Yeah.
He has to master all 4 elements.
Well,
and
I mean, that's like the crux of his arc, is like of why he got in a situation he did, is because they thrusted his responsibility onto him way too early when he couldn't handle it, and that's why he ran away and got frozen in ice.
Yeah. And dude, when he finds Sokka and Katara, I was like, okay, you know, these are heroes. These are the heroes right here. And then when they officially set out to go on this adventure for Aang to learn the elements, I was like, damn, this reminds me of like Pokemon. It's like you know, Ash, May, Brock, they go out and they have to, you know, legendary shit. But, you know, this is better than Pokemon. Let's be fucking real here for a second.
Pokemon, it can be fun, like, if you're watching, like, the original season with a bunch of people, and, like, you're watching the dub.
Yeah.
Because it's really, like, kind of corny and over the top. It can be fun, but, like, Avatar's real shit.
It's real shit.
Yeah.
And that, I realized it was real shit because there's a lot of references to, like philosophy, like the Buddhist, the Hinduist. Philosophy, and then, you know, there's a lot of takes on war here. This is aimed towards children.
Yeah.
That's the fucking crazy part about it. Especially the character of Iroh. Like, dude, there's a few episodes with, like, when he's just in it, and then you can just tell that, like, his past experiences in war, you know, they really fucked him up, so he's gonna try to do better.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to make everyone else's life around him much better. Because he realized he's seen the worst in people, so he's like, man, it's time for me to bring out the best in people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... God, Iroh is so fucking cool.
Yeah, he really is. I didn't really realize how good he was of a character until, like, the middle of season 2.
Yeah.
I was like, god damn, this guy's awesome.
It's like... all the shit he just says to people. Like, I love the part where, like, he's just talking to Toph, and Toph doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
Yeah. Oh.
Of season 2. What episode was that? Shit.
You don't have to know what episode it is. We just have to know what happens.
But, dude, season 1 finale, I was like, holy fuck.
You seem to like the season 1 finale, like, a lot. I like it, but it's not necessarily, like, a seminal episode to me. Yeah. Like, my favorite episode, I have a lot of episodes I really like, but it's the one where Aang is doing the, like, the chakra shit with the old guy.
That's in season 2. Or, yeah. But, man, season 1 finale when the moon spirit and the fish and the yin and the yang, and then Zuko finds Aang and he takes him into the like cave. Then, you know, Aang gets away, Zuko comes back. The shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the shit is, like, I was like, damn, like, goddamn, and the fucking animation, just in that episode alone.
The animation's incredible throughout the show.
Just groundbreaking. I was like, holy fuck, why didn't I watch this when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I was a dumbass kid.
I mean, I didn't ever see it on TV when I was a kid.
I did.
I didn't have cable, so
yeah.
I didn't have many opportunities. I actually want to talk about, like, the animation and stuff like that. Like, the animation, the character animation is, like, very expressive.
Each character is its own thing.
Yeah.
No character looks similar. Even, like, and no character is similar.
Yeah. I would say one complaint I had about, like, the way the show looks is that a lot of the backgrounds haven't really aged that well. Like, they're kind of like early digital art, and so, like, they're kind of, some of them are kind of muddy and stuff like that. But, like, other than that, it's not really a big an issue. The backgrounds are generally pretty nice.
Yeah. So, let's go into season 2. Season 2 is when we first kind of learned about, you know, the Fire Lord and what really happened between the Fire Lord Ozai, his brother Iroh, and then Ozai's son Zuko, and then we have Azula come in, and then
Azula's fucked.
Azula's a fucking crazy bitch.
Yeah.
You know, I can't believe that she was even allowed in the show as a fucking villain, because this is for kids. This bitch is psychotic.
Yeah.
This bitch deserves, like, not to be, like, she's fucked up. I'm glad she's here, because I think she's a better villain than Zuko, because Zuko's
Well, Zuko isn't really a villain.
Yeah, he's just a little bitch at the beginning. And then he becomes a man. But, yeah, man, like, Azula, she's actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
And then we meet Toph in season 2.
Toph is great. She's
Toph's
probably
a bad
one of my...
bitch. Toph is a bad bitch.
My favorite characters are probably, like... Obviously, Iroh. I really like Sokka and Toph as well. Toph is great.
Yeah.
Anyways, Avatar is a really fucking good show. Also, it's great with all the stuff with even I forget his name, like the king of the
Is his name
Earth Kingdom. Was it Chumi?
Bendy?
I forgot his name. Anyways, so like he's like, oh yeah, your master is gonna be someone who waits and listens, and then once you get to that episode where they first introduced Toph, he was like, oh shit, it's them.
Yeah. Yeah. Toph, like, she's like a rich girl, and then her parents won't let her do anything, and then she thinks, like, her parents think that she's like some princess who shouldn't be like broken.
Yeah.
But actually, she's just a bad bitch who can fuck people up, and she just does shit without her parents even knowing. I'm like, damn, Toph out here actually doing shit.
Yeah.
Aang's just like traveling around on this fucking Appa, flying through the sky. Toph's out here doing shit.
Yeah.
She's making shit happen. She's making money.
Nah, that's important. Money.
Money is important,
I wish I could remember, because throughout the show, I realized this a lot more when I was watching it last summer. There's a lot of like metaphors and like visual metaphors that represent what's happening.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember it all so I could talk about that, but I guess that's something I would have to like talk about on its own when I watch the
There's a visual thing I want to talk about that I think is brilliant. In the season 2 finale, this is when Zuko's like, I want to change my ways, I'm going to become a better person, and then Katara's like, I got this, special water, I can heal your wound on your face.
Yeah.
But season 2, it doesn't end like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking dark the way it ends. And he betrays them again, and he, Azula shoots Aang as he's in the Avatar state.
Yeah.
She uses the special water in Aang to heal his wound. Sokka's eye still the same way.
Yeah, it represents his scar from...
That represents his time, in the Fire Nation and every mistake he's made. Even if he's changed his ways.
It's still not rectified.
Yeah.
It's still the same.
Like,
you just made me realize that. That's fucking cool.
It's fucking like even if they redeem him as a character, which they do by the end.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do that will be like, he's better now.
Yeah.
Those things he still did, those terrible things he did with like the Earth Kingdom, the Water Nation, they're still going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh,
you just reminded me of an episode. It's the one where it's Zuko and Katara, and she wants to get revenge for her mom, and then they finally meet the guy. And he's just pathetic person.
Yeah, he's a little bitch.
What I really like is that for a lot of media, it's like the bad guys are just bad.
Yeah,
they're just evil motherfuckers.
Yeah,
but like here they're like actual human beings, and they're given time to realize like, oh wait, these are human beings. They're not just evil creatures that need to be killed.
I want to talk about an episode in season 2 that I think we both agree is one of the best episodes in the show. The Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Which one was that again?
The shorts.
Oh, yeah, and then, so, like, most of the shorts are, like, okay.
No, I think they're pretty fucking good.
I like them decently. But the one that I really like, well, talk about what you like about all.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it starts off with Toph and Katara, and then, these girls are making fun of Toph because she's not girly enough, and Katara's like, don't worry about it. And then Toph kind of realizes at the end of it that she doesn't need to be girly, she can just be herself, and people are going to like her.
Yeah.
Because she's cool. And I was like, damn, that's pretty awesome. But the one that's awesome, that's the real fucking winner here is Iroh's story.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sad. That's, beautiful, but it's sad.
Yeah, you get a lot of great moments of his personality when, like, he's getting mugged and then, like, oh, yeah, your feet are in the wrong position. And he's, like, teaching him how to... And then he's like, you don't really seem like a guy who does this a lot. It's like, yeah, I don't have a job. And he's giving him life advice.
Yeah.
The guy who tried to mug him. It's like, that's fucking great.
But
that's honestly probably one of the reasons why I love Iroh so much. That scene specifically is just amazing.
So we know from season 2 that Iroh, was a general in the war, blah blah blah, or a fucking lieutenant, whatever the fuck the word is, and he penetrated the Earth Kingdom, and his son died.
Yeah.
He makes a memorial for his son. Or is it safe to say that's in the same place his son actually died? Inside the Earth
Probably
Kingdom?
not, but, like, I think that's what I always thought is that his son was at home, and then he heard the news while he was fighting the war, and then he just fucking fell apart while he was at Ba Sing Se.
Shit.
And so that's why he didn't go any further.
But still, dude, this it's so like.
And I just realized he is doing it at Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
So that's pretty significant.
So like the thing that he wanted to do the most, to take over the Earth Kingdom, that was his goal, and he almost fucking did. And then his son just fucking died.
Yeah.
And then they retreat. He comes back years later, and the Avatar's there, and he has his tea shop, and he's with his nephew after he was banished, after he was declined the fucking Fire Lord name. Dude, I was a bad motherfucker, man. I think out of all the characters, I can say he's lost the most.
Definitely.
He's lost the most. And he seems like he doesn't, he gives a shit, but he knows there's nothing he can do about it as we're watching the show. So he's trying to, like you said, giving the guy advice. He's trying to just make other people around him see the world differently, because he's been through some shit. He's been through the ringer on this.
Yeah.
Before the events in the show actually happened. It's some lit shit. And then the season 2 finale. We're going back to this. I think this might be one of the darkest things I've ever seen in a show. This is for fucking kids, man. Just when Aang gets shot by Azula, by the fucking lightning beam shit.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
I mean, if you want to talk about something that's, like, legitimately fucked up, is, like, the bloodbending part. I mean, everybody always talks about that. Ooh, it's so fucked up. But it's, like, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of spooky.
Katara's a bloodbender. She's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
But, in season 3, so in season 2, Aang is shot, and then they think he's fucking dead. But he's actually not dead, because Katara used that fucking special water on him, healed his wound. In season 3, they're hiding out. And, just Zuko going back to this is when he became my favorite character. Zuko going back to the Fire Nation, and he's like, welcome back, and he's like, he just feels like just a massive amount of regret and guilt for betraying them.
Especially Iroh.
Mm-hmm. And his Iroh's put in the fucking jail cell, and he's just fucking working out every single time.
Yeah, he's pretending to be he's completely gone.
Yeah.
But he's secretly working out the whole time.
Yeah.
That's also a great part. And when he finally bursts out, he breaks the bars. You don't see him do it, but the bars are bent open at the top of the cell, so he physically did that himself.
What I love about Iroh so much as a character is, wasn't there a guard that he became friends with?
Yeah.
He told him, he's like, you need to go home right now.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was about to fuck some shit up.
Talk about, I kind of got off track. You're talking about how Zuko was feeling regret when he was at the Fire Nation and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was feeling he just all the guilt, all the choices he made up until that point. He realized, he started to really understand that the Fire Nation, and that his father really doesn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
Or his daughter. Nah. He just cares about taking over all the kingdoms. Which honestly, one of my issues with the show is they didn't flesh him out a little bit more.
That is something I wish they did, was to flesh out
Ozai.
Yeah.
If they fleshed him out the same way Iroh did, Iroh was? Like, oh my
I mean,
goodness.
I'm assuming he has a deep backstory. We just don't get introduced to it at all.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, his character still works from, like, a metaphorical sort of point. Not necessarily metaphorical, but, like, he sort of represents the ill wills of the Fire Nation. Like, the bad parts of it. Like, it's imperialism.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
And then another issue I have with the show is, what happened to Zuko's mom? What
they actually talk about that.
But, like, I know they talked about it, but it's never, like she disappears, but, like, it's never really set in stone what the fuck actually happened to her.
Yeah. I mean, they do, there's like a comic story that, like, because there's a collection.
I never read the comics or any of those little
They're
books.
okay. I kind of have issues with them. I read a few of them. But there is one talking about what happened to the mom.
Yeah. Shit. Might have to dig down on that. So, season 3, you know, it ends as you would expect it to end. And, you know, he fucking saves the day. The Fire Lord's beat. Zuko becomes Fire Lord. Azul is put in prison. Ozai is put in prison. Aang takes away his motherfucking bending abilities.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's with Katara at the end. Sokka finally, being so thirsty, he finds his girlfriend, whatever the fuck, Toph. You know, she's doing her thing, and, you know,
Yeah.
it's
the
a
ending
really
of the show is great. It's, like, satisfying. Obviously, you're still wanting more, but, like, it's like
we're wanting more.
It's like, the whole story is great because it's like got the beginning, the middle, and the end, and it ends, and it's a real ending and not like a shitty one.
Yeah,
just so fucking good.
It's all sad. It's so satisfying for our heroes.
It's a complete fucking package.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's a birthday present.
It's almost unbelievable how this show actually got made and like was completed
on Nickelodeon, on fucking Nickelodeon of all places.
Yeah, well, that's because So, like, Nick was like, shit, you know, Harry Potter's doing real well. And he asked, like,
I think this is better than Harry Potter.
Well, yeah. But, like, they asked, like, the creators, like, hey, make something like Harry Potter. And they're like, okay. And then they made this.
I think this is better than Harry Potter.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's more...
I haven't really seen I've only seen, like, one of the movies.
I think there's more character development here in the first season alone than any of those fucking books. It takes, like, Harry 4 fucking movies or 4 fucking books to finally realize he is the chosen one.
Yeah.
Aang is already in it. He understands what he has to do. He starts training. Boom, boom, boom. Then, you know, the Guru episode, he has to learn to open all of his chakras. Then he has problem opening his last one because he can't let Katara go. And then... That's also another part. He doesn't want to kill the Fire Lord because... You know, he's a monk. Yeah. He's a monk. Those are his principles, and he believes all human life is sacred, no matter if it's a bad person, a good person, or just any living thing. He just doesn't believe in it, and I think it's fucking gorgeous. There's also the part. There's another important character thing in the episode where he's opening chakras, and when he has to do the last chakra, it's like, oh, you become really fucking powerful, and you can kill the king if you get your last chakra. But you lose all attachment to the world. Like, you have to lose all attachment. And that's the thing, though, right? Yeah. Aang wouldn't have been a better Avatar if he lost attachment to the world. Because that's what's important to him. That's what he needs to do. He needs to care about the world. Yeah. And so it would have been a mistake for him to open his last chakra. I'm telling you, man, Aang is Jesus. He's Jesus, bro. He's fucking Jesus. He came back from the dead and he saved the day. He saved the fucking world. He is Jesus. Dude, he is God. If the Bible was as good as Avatar, it's not. I'm telling you right now, it's fucking not. It's boring as hell. Yeah. I mean, if you read the Bible, you're learning that you're automatically doomed to fuck up. You watch Avatar, it's like, dude, these characters are so fucking good. Yeah. These characters are so fucking great, all of them. And, you know, there's so many, there's like, this sounds like it's all over the place, but there's so much shit that's like about love, war, you know, friendship. Yeah. Fucking, you know, responsibility, duty. And then Aang, you know, just Aang there, like, he's just too good. He's too fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And some people might say, well, every anime character is like Aang. You know, every main character, like Naruto and shit, they're all like Aang, Zach. What do you? What's the
not
big
really? Aang's cool.
I've heard so many people say that. Like,
well, those people are gay.
You know,
those people are dumb.
So you're telling me they suck dicks?
Well, if they sucked dick, they would be gay, but in a good way. Okay. These people are gay in a bad way.
So they're taking dick up the ass. They're not sucking it.
I mean, that would also be cool, but I'm speaking metaphorically.
Okay, so they're just lame. That's what?
Yeah, they're fucking stupid.
Okay, I'm thinking more sexual. Okay, so you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a hell of a show, hell of a time. Amazing writing. Yeah. Amazing. Just
great. There's so many characters and there's so much character development throughout the whole show. This is
like single episodes.
Yeah. All let's talk about the format of the show and how just brilliant, because it's an overarching story.
Yeah.
But each episode is a self-contained story that still adds to the main story.
True.
But is enjoyable in its own right.
Even
fucking brilliant.
Even the lesser episodes, you know, you still get to see how fucking awesome Aang is.
Yeah.
He really is like Jesus Christ. I'm telling you right now. He really is, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know? The Great Divide in season 1, which is everyone says is the worst episode, and it is. It's 100% the worst episode.
I would say it's the least good episode. I don't think there's a bad episode.
I wouldn't say it's bad, but we see how Aang, you know, he can just make everyone calm the fuck down.
People don't like that he lied about the past in order to get people to stop being stupid. But, I like that.
I can see he doesn't want to be the Avatar.
Well, I like it because, what's more important is these people not being dumb and getting along than, some shitty history.
Yeah, he's just telling them pretty much, yeah, he wants them to make amends.
Yeah.
To move on.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as we see later that Aang moves on from, you know, leaving the world for 100 years.
Yeah.
You know, Aang moves on from running away from the monk temple or the fucking air temple.
Oh, and then there's the part where
there's so much we can talk about here, Jonathan. There's so much we can talk about. I feel
there is a time when we can talk about everything. Do you want to soon? We still have a little more I want to talk about, but soon let's get on to the thing we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But there's a part when he's accepting the death of all the people he loved when he was still 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was he accepted it because he was clearing a chakra of all that stuff. It's whoa, dude.
Yeah, dude. That chakra episode is.
It's my favorite. It's just so fucking good.
My favorite is probably Zuko alone.
Yeah. Zuko alone is good. Okay. And he's trying to connect to all these people.
Yeah.
Then this guy's pretty cool. And then they find out he's a firebender. Even though he still saves the town.
Yeah.
Everyone's just fuck you.
Yeah.
Throws rocks at him. He's
even though he helped the fucking family out and everything.
Yeah.
And that little kid. And then Zuko, his sister, Azula, right? She was just a fucking prodigy. Yeah. And Zuko had to actually practice firebending, and he's still, not fucking... He's still not fucking, with it all. And even if his uncle is helping him out, or he practiced all he can, he's still not as good as his sister naturally was. And, by the end, him realizing that he's doing the wrong thing, and he has to do the right thing, help out Aang and his friends, defeat his father, do what his uncle said, then he is put where he was supposed to be, in the Fire Lord place.
Yeah.
And restore balance with Aang, It's fucking,
we can talk endlessly about the show. How are we doing on time? Well, you want to get to the news?
The news. This is very important news.
It's old-ass news.
It's old-ass news, but we need to talk about this news because Jonathan and I, we have a very different opinion here, and we're going to talk about it. So Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
You like Netflix, Jonathan? Are you a fucking fan?
Netflix is pretty decent. It's pretty cool.
Netflix is pretty cool. They're coming around. you know?
Yeah.
But it was announced a while back that the original creators of your most, possibly the best animated show ever made are going to remake Avatar The Last Airbender live action for Netflix. It's going to be Aang's story, man. It's all Aang again. No?
No! No!
Jonathan, I want you to explain your reasoning behind this.
I mean, if you've heard my Disney rant, then you actually, because it connects to this, you would understand. But I'll explain here. You see, you know how like Disney's remaking all their classic animated films?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I think some of them
So let's just talk about.
to be good.
Let's talk about Aladdin. Aladdin was originally created
That's one of my favorites.
to be an animated film.
Yeah.
The storytelling is connected to that, and the way the story is told is connected to that.
I agree.
And so when you transfer it out of animation and into live action, and you just tell the same story with all the same elements, and like even visually like the same, like a lot of the same lines, the storytelling suffers because it's no longer animation. The animation helped and informed the storytelling. So when you take it out, it's a worse movie because you cannot tell the story as effectively without it. That's just going to happen with Avatar. Avatar was created for animation. The storytelling is helped by the animation itself. If you take it out, just you go boop, boop, it's going to be worse.
Okay. Is that it?
I mean, there's a billion other things I could talk about, but that's one of the main crux of why I think this is bad. That's why I think that you shouldn't, in general, make like live action remakes of classic pieces of animation, is because those classic pieces of animation are good precisely because they're animated.
Okay.
And so you lose an integral part of that piece of that medium, that piece of art.
I agree with what you're saying. It's just, we spent the first, 10, 15 minutes talking about the characters in Avatar. They were confined to 21 minutes an episode for 61 episodes.
And they did a really great, concise job of telling the story.
There's so many things that we learn about Aang, Sokka, Katara, Iroh, Zuko, Toph, Azula, so many things we didn't even cover,
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
There's so many things that they could have explored. There's so many things they could have done. Just being confined to, Nickelodeon, being confined to 21 minutes an episode, being confined to, I'm gonna say it, animation. I actually think they were confined.
Fuck you.
I think it actually.
Fuck you.
It might have brought them down. I mean, it's beautifully animated, it's beautifully done, but I'm kind of all for this reboot. I'm all for it. The original creators are like, guys and girls, there's more we can do here. The story is too good. It really is too good. Let me ask you this question: would you be more against it if they brought it back and it was animated?
Yeah, no, I would be okay. I would still be against it, but only like 10% less because
he's breaking down, ladies and
you're
gentlemen.
just gonna lose the charm. It's like when you're doing a drawing and you're just tracing it and tracing it and tracing it over and over and over again until you lose the original energy of the original drawing. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna have the charm of the same voice actors. You're not gonna you can't have lightning striking a bottle twice. All right,
listen.
You can't have lightning striking a bottle twice. Avatar is nearly perfect, and it was a complete freak accident. All the stars aligned. You can't just do that again. It's not gonna have the same energy. It's not gonna have the same flow. It's not gonna be as good.
Jonathan, I'm going to hold you to the phrase, the quote, it's not going to be as good. And if it is fucking good, I'm gonna say I told you so.
I'm also gonna say that it's artistically worthless to do this because the original is already so good and you don't need to remake it.
I mean, the original is amazing. You know, it's 10 out of 10. It's a
And then
fucking
you're gonna have people
masterpiece.
like, when you talk about Avatar, you have to specify whether you're talking about the original show or the remake. And then like, and then there's gonna be people who growing up who watch the remake instead of the original, even though they should be watching the original.
That's to be fucked up. I will agree with that. I agree with that.
Fuck Netflix. God damn it. I'm gonna go Joker on fucking Netflix. I hate them.
Fuck them up.
Fuck Netflix.
Don't say that Jimmy Kimmel's fucking late night talk show with the creators of Avatar Netflix. Fuck them up.
It's also like the part where I mentioned where like the show is good because it's animated. Like that informs the storytelling.
See,
wait. I don't understand why the original creators don't get this. I just don't understand.
The show is so fucking good because of the characters.
It is.
The characters are that fucking good, dude. Every single character
Zach.
Aang, Sokka, Datora, Iroh, Zuko, Toph, Azula, and even the smaller characters, you're just like, you understand everything they're
Obviously,
saying.
yes. Obviously, it's the writing that makes it good. But a show isn't just the writing. It's everything. It's the music. It's the visuals. It's the animation or film or the the cinematography. It's everything.
If Netflix gives the original creators, which a good budget,
No.
so they can hire some better a better composer or some like amazing directors. Dude, I'm telling you,
I would say one thing is that
this could be amazing.
not all the music in Avatar is great because it's the digital orchestration. But like,
dude, this
it's
could be
still
amazing,
good as hell. It's not going to be amazing. It's going to be stilted. You know how like if you watch the new Aladdin and like everyone's voices sound stilted and off because it's not the original people and they don't have the same charm as the original voice actors. It's going to be the same fucking thing. That's happened every single remake. They don't have the same charm as the same original voice actors. It feels stilted and dead and lifeless. That's going to happen with this shit.
Well, I'm blaming Disney for hiring shitty actors and shitty directors. You know, I don't think the original creators of Avatar.
It's not just because they're shitty.
With terrible directors and bad actors.
It's not just because it's shitty. It's because they're trying to recapture the magic of the original show as closely as possible. But instead, it's off because you can't just capture magic twice, bro.
Yes, you can.
No, you fucking can't. No, you fucking can't.
Yes, you can.
I doubt it.
Okay? You know.
Wait, actually, there's a point I want to talk about.
Okay.
You're talking about how, like,
Go
wait, if you have, like, an hour each episode or, like, 40 minutes each episode, you have more time to, like, explore things, which, in theory, yes. But here's the thing. Do you know what I'm a fan of?
What are you a fan of?
I've become a fan of this.
Say it out loud, bitch.
I forget what word to describe this would be, but, like, succinct storytelling. Like, just, like, storytelling that's, like to the point that, like, it actually does what it needs without meandering for, like, 40 fucking minutes. Like, one of my favorite shows is Steven Universe.
You talk about it all the time.
Each episode is 11 minutes.
Yeah.
You would think, like, you know, you wouldn't be able to have, like, an emotional payoff and a lot of character development in one episode. They fucking do it every time. And it's great because they just cut out all the fat in the story and then they just have all the parts that are important. It's just precise storytelling. Avatar had the same thing. Obviously, those episodes need to be 20 minutes. But they don't need to be longer.
But what if they structure the story and the seasons and the characters?
It's just going to have filler and bullshit. It's going to be boring as hell. Like, do you know what I think? I think Avatar could have used a couple extra episodes. To have one about Iroh's story, about how his son died and other stuff.
About Zuko's mom.
But they don't need they don't need fucking 40 minutes each episode. The storytelling is just gonna get fucking bloated. Precise storytelling is so underrated. People think, whoa, more time equals better. But it's not always the case. Sometimes you need to cut the fat and actually tell the story that you're telling.
That's a great metaphor you just said. Like, cut the fat and just use the meat. I love that. However, I do think that, like, These are the original creators. You know what I mean? These guys understand what they've done. You know, The Legend of Korra
If
comes
they
out.
did...
I'm not done. The Legend of Korra came out. A lot of mixed reviews. For The Legend of Korra. So they realized that Avatar, That Last Airbender, Aang's story is clearly the one that they understand the most, the one they feel the best. You know, artistically, you know, writing-wise, they get it. If they are the ones who are like, hey, man, and hey, audiences, bitches, hoes, whatever, we're going to make the show live action. We're going to do something different. We're going to make it live action.
Yeah.
We're going to explore each character a little bit more. Maybe explore Aang's backstory. Maybe explore the backstories of each character a little bit more. Maybe explore different elements that we refuse to go down. Maybe because, or forgot to go down. Maybe because Nickelodeon, you know, kids TV show, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they're just confined to that. So Netflix is be like, we're not going to confine you to anything. We're going to come back. We're going to come back.
I got two
We're going to come
things.
back here, and we're going to make this pretty much the same story, but we're going to make it more grounded in realism and less, like, fantastical, you know what I mean?
Oh, no! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Come back here, bitch!
Fuck you!
That hurt my ears, you little bitch.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
as
Let's have Avatar The Last Airbender be less fantastical and more grounded.
No,
even
it's
though...
going to be more about Aang, you know. It's going to be more about the characters, man.
Alright, I got a point to make.
Make it then, bitch! You just threw a fucking tantrum.
So, you said that, like, you know, these people, they obviously understand their story.
Yeah.
If they did understand Avatar, they wouldn't be fucking doing this. They're gonna George Lucas this shit.
Okay, that is definitely a possibility. I'm not saying this is going to be amazing because we haven't fucking seen it yet. And if it's bad, I will say it's bad. I don't even like Game of Thrones. Fuck Game of Thrones. But I feel like it's going to be the same level of, like, you know, if they pull this off right, my man, I'm telling you, if they pull this off right, this could be like Game of Thrones level big. And then, wouldn't that be great for the original show?
No!
Yeah, to go back
Because
and watch
people would
it.
be like, I'm just gonna watch the new show instead of the original. I don't want it to happen.
It's happening though. It's fucking
I
happening.
fucking hate Netflix.
It's in development or in production right now. I think it's in development.
I hope it's in development for 100 years.
Jonathan, my man, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. If this was a different creator around it, then I'd be totally against it. But I mean, they fucking made this shit.
Oh wait, there's another point I had to make.
Shut the fuck.
I
You're
haven't-
making all kinds of points. What the
You've been
fuck?
making points too, bro.
You're not wrong. Go ahead. Fuck you,
So-
little bitch.
I haven't really looked into this much,
Then look into it.
but like, apparently, a lot of what makes Avatar good isn't just the original creators, but like the actual writers that were on the show.
But I'm pretty sure the original. Let's look it up. You know, we're
Yeah.
talking a lot of shit. Who fucking wrote the episodes? You're talking a lot
Because
of shit.
I'm
over
pretty
here.
sure. No, I'm pretty sure because they were the showrunners. They weren't the actual writers for the show, and they couldn't keep the writers for Korra. And people suggest that's why Korra is generally not as good.
Okay, so the original creators were writers on the show, and there was about 12 others. And
Yeah.
then there's one director. So one director directed 61 animated 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
That is.
That's hell of impressive.
But again, you need good writers, and if we can figure out what the writers are for,
Actually, I'm wrong.
The
There's
show, if
eight.
it's
There's
good-
8 directors. Fuck. Damn. I was dumbass. Fuck. I'm a fucking idiot. Shit.
nah, because TV shows usually have different directors for each episode, so that was a little fishy.
So there's like a shit ton of writers on here. There's
For
like,
the Netflix one,
no, for the original.
yeah.
There's a lot.
No, this is too much research to do right now. Maybe this is research I probably should have done.
Yeah, you fucked up.
I did fuck up. I can admit that.
You fucked up.
Still gonna be ass though.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, my original point still stands though. You're bringing this animated classic and dropping into live action. It's not gonna be as good. Simply because it's live. Simply because it's not the original medium it was created in.
Dude, I mean, this could work. I'm telling you, this could work. So when someone adapts a fucking novel, you know, let's think of a good one, A Clockwork Orange.
You know what?
It's a great fucking book. And the movie, I think it's better. I think it's fucking better than the fucking book.
Here's the thing, though.
But it's...
Wait. I actually have a point to make.
Books and fucking movies, they're different mediums. What's the fucking difference?
Okay. You're adapting totally, completely different mediums. And so you're just making a different product. But animation and film are the same medium. It's just that animation is animated and live action is filmed.
Yeah.
And so you're not actually adapting a work, you're just remaking it. It's like you're just remaking an old film.
But what if it's different?
Then it's like, okay, it's different, I guess.
There's not much news on what it just says it's going to be a story. What if it's like a different take on the story? What if it's more mature?
I don't care. It's not going to have the same charm. Think about is the humor going to translate?
I don't fucking know.
Is the fucking charm and humor going to translate to the show? Part of what made the original show so enjoyable. Are they really going to transfer that to live action successfully?
I mean, if they find good actors to do it, I think they could pull it off. They wouldn't put out garbage, dude. Netflix would not put out garbage. The original creators wouldn't hire shitty people. They would be like, hey, you want to be a millionaire? Great job. Come work for me. They're going to make sure it's good. They're going to make sure it's fucking good.
I don't know. I just don't think it's going to have the original. I think we're just at an impasse because I don't think it's going to have the original charm. And don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-adaptation from different mediums. Obviously not. I just think that the whole idea that people are treating adapting a piece of animation into live action like you're adapting a comic book into live action, it's the same medium. Animation is film, so it's artistically worthless to do. I think it's artistically worthless in most cases, especially if the piece is really good, to adapt a piece of animation into live action because it's the same medium. It's film. You don't need to do it. It's already perfect.
So,
that would be like if you adapted the original Alien into animation today. It's completely artistically worthless.
I'm not gonna lie. If Ridley Scott was a producer on an animated Alien movie, I would watch that shit.
But you're remaking scene for scene the original Alien. It's not going to have the same charm. It's not going to be as good. That would
be cool. It might not be as good. It might not be as original or groundbreaking.
Does it need to happen though?
But it could be cool. It could be cool. That's an excellent idea. What you just had, an animated Alien. Jonathan, you just hit new territory with that one. I'm telling you, here's my thing. So. A movie I don't like at all. There's a lot of movies I don't like. A shit ton of movies.
Yeah.
But an old movie that I don't fucking like. Fuck, I had it in my head. But fuck that. We're to move on. So.
I mean, that's not to say you should never remake movies because sometimes you can.
Some of them are good though.
Yeah. Well, there are times when a movie has a really good idea, but it's executed poorly.
Yeah.
And remaking it can be really good. Obviously, The Thing is a really classic.
Okay, that's what I was going to talk about. You brought it up.
Yeah. It's a really classic remake.
John Carpenter remade The Thing from the Other World into The Thing.
Yeah.
That's his best movie. Easily his best fucking movie.
It's good.
It's the same. It's pretty much the same fucking story.
The original movie is just a shitty I mean, I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's just.
It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not. It's okay.
just an average sci-fi 50s movie.
Yeah.
And then he was like, wait a minute, there's good ideas there, and then he built off those ideas and he basically made an entirely new movie.
So, building off of ideas, Blade Runner 2049. Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. I hear the sequel's really good.
The sequel's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you and I agree that there's so much ground they covered in the original Blade Runner. Even if we have different opinions on it, there's so much things, so many themes, so many ideas, so many elements of that story. Well, it's based on a book, It's based on a book, but there's so many elements of that story that weren't fully executed in that movie because there's so many ideas in the book. So in Blade Runner 2049, they add to their story, and many people think it's better than the original. Many people think it's better than the original.
That's the thing, right? It's a sequel. So they can build off of it in ways that you couldn't. And instead of like, hey, let's just remake the original. Like, it would have just been covering the same ground, but with different details. Where, like, they continue the story.
But what if this isn't a continuation?
If it's a continuation of Aang's life after, I would be way more down. But here, do you know what I would rather have?
Let me read what IMDb says.
I would rather have a continuation of Aang's life after the third season if it was fucking animated.
Okay, I'm reading what the thing says. It's definitely not it's definitely a retelling of the original story.
Fuck.
It's definitely a retelling of the original story. I'm telling you. This. I don't think this is gonna be that bad. I don't think it's to be that bad.
It could be. Here's the thing. It could be good, but I still think it has an art. I still think it's artistic.
Let me put my point in there. I don't think it is to be as good as the original show. You know, I'm gonna say it won't be as good, and there's a lot of reasons why. There's one of the reasons is, you know, I just don't think like you said, the charm and stuff of the voice acting. It's not going to translate, and then like when they do the little like funny faces in Avatar, it might not work as well with live action.
Yeah, because with animation you could distort people's faces and you can add to the humor, but you can't do that as well.
I'm not against it. I'm not against them doing this. I think it's a good idea.
Like you said, you don't even think it's going to be as good.
Yeah,
and if it's not as good, it doesn't have a reason to exist.
I don't think
remakes should only exist to improve upon the original and to make something better.
See, I agree with you, but
this isn't going to do that.
This is the original creators. I can't go against what they want to fucking do.
I will. George Lucas has been fucking messing with the original movies for a long time.
George Lucas is a little bitch.
Sometimes people just go fucking nuts. All right.
George Lucas was a cocksucker before cocksucking was even invented. Yeah. George Lucas has fucked his shit up. You know who else is fucking their shit up? J.K. motherfucking Rowling from Harry Potter.
I mean, I don't. Fuck that bitch. I don't really care. The point is, just because the original creators think it's a good idea doesn't mean it's a good idea.
I mean, I respect them though. I respect them.
I still respect them. I just think they're wrong. People can be wrong about their own art. Well, I mean, not objectively. I just think they're wrong.
But if they came out and said, "Hey guys, and audiences and girls, whatever the fuck, we're gonna make a live action Avatar show, but it's going to be a new one, a new story, a pre-and."
That would be a lot better. I would rather it be animated, but like if it was an entirely like it takes place in the same universe, there's a lot of things you can do in that universe.
Like if they wanted to do Avatar Roku's live action telling, I would be like, damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I would rather it was something different, not a fucking remake.
It's a reboot. It's a
remake. Whatever, reboot, remake. I don't give a shit.
I mean, listen, I don't think it's going to be terrible. I don't think it's going to be bad, but I don't think it's going to be amazing. It might be good.
It's either going to be okay or bad or like really fun. It's either going to be okay. It's my prediction. Okay or really fucking bad.
Have you ever seen Evil Dead?
No.
Or Evil Dead 2?
I need to see those movies.
They remade the Evil Dead in like 2013. The Evil Dead is what it's called.
Isn't it like a show?
No, it's Evil Dead. There's a trilogy, then there's a show now, but the first two are really good.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2. The remake, The Evil Dead, is pretty good. It's a lot more blood, but I was like, damn, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty fucking good. I liked it a lot. I think this Avatar show, I think it could work.
Again, we're just back to, you think it works? I think it's not. I'm just tired of people remaking classic animated pieces of animation. I think it shows.
If this was Disney, I'd be totally against it.
I mean, it just shows that America just doesn't respect the medium that it helped create. It doesn't respect animation at all. It shits on it daily. the medium that America fucking pioneered, shits on daily. Cartoons are baby shit. Fuck America. I mean, look how they treated comics. Look how they treat animation. Fuck America. Fuck Disney. Fuck the original creators of Avatar The Last Airbender. Sure, they created Avatar The Last Airbender, but they don't fucking respect animation. Fuck them.
Alright, everyone.
I think we're at an impasse. We can't reason with each other anymore.
I don't think we can reason with each other unless the fucking show.
I mean, I understand your position. You understand my position. We just disagree.
Yeah. So, Jonathan, I hope you looked at America in a better way, man.
Fuck America. Cut podcast. We're over. Die.
All right, everyone. Jonathan's fucked up.
I hate America.
He hates everything. He hates America. You know, if it's not original, he hates it. Me, I'm down with the shit. You know, I hope you have a great day, great fucking week. You know, I'm out. Boom, boom, bang, bitch.